Alright everybody, I'm got another video here. I just got back a large shipment. I think I had 116 cards, and I sent out to GMA to get graded. This one was a Bo Jackson 1990 score. That set is actually a really nice set. Score did a really good job with that. That set. There's a lot of good cards in there. A lot of decent looking cards. But we'll look at the ones I got graded out of that set. And I got some more modern cards graded, and some Randy Johnson rookies and Ken Griffey Jr. rookies and stuff. But what I wanted to do was take a look at, you had GMA, you have PSA, and you have SGC. Those are the three that I've had cards graded, and I wanted to look at the difference in them as far as the cases and everything. This is what I stick it onto the wall with. But the SGC definitely has the sharpest case. It's got the black border. It's plastic on the inside, like a black plastic. It feels heavier than the PSA and the GMA. GMA is a little bigger, but it's about the same thickness, but you can see it's a little taller, a little wider. So they're going to be a little different size. They won't stack together. They're actually very close in size, these two, the GMA and the SGC, but the SGC is more square. Now, I mean, it's still really, as far as durability and, just a really good slab. It's really nice. I like the GMA. It has pretty much, the same things the others have, but on the back you have the 3D bar, or the 2D barcode, just like you do on the PSA. And I like that about the PSA, because I don't know, it seems more secure, I guess, and more professional than the SGC that doesn't have that hologram or the barcode, or it's just a very basic, easy to counterfeit label there. Now you've got kind of the watermark in the background. Looks really nice, and everything looks nice on all three of them. As far as the eye appeal, I really like the black SGC. The biggest thing for them all is the money. Now, on a PSA, if you do not have a subscription to PSA, you can get two different subscriptions. It's $20 a subscription, or $20 a slab. I didn't know this. I couldn't find this on the website, but one of the people commented on my SGC PSA comparing the slabs for those two, and told me that you can get a $20 slab without a subscription, but it costs you $20 each, and that's really steep. SGC, you don't have a subscription, and it's $10. GMA is $3.50 unless you go over 100 cards, and then it's $3. So this cost me $3 to slab, and it's a very professional looking card. In another video we'll get into the grading, and this is actually, I agree with this grade actually. Who wouldn't? Maybe the centering's off a little bit. It might look like the centering's off. But on the front, definitely pretty decently centered, and sharp cards, sharp corners, no scratches. I pulled this out of a set 2 weeks ago, and that's one thing. The turnaround time, it was more like 3 weeks ago that I pulled it out of a box set. Turnaround time on GMA, they're down in Florida. I sent it out to them They on a Friday. They got it on a Monday, or no, they got it the next Friday because I sent it cheap. And that was last Friday, and today is Friday. I got it back today. So 2-week turnaround time if you include your cheapest shipping, and I'm shipping from Nevada, so that's basically the largest distance unless you're up in Washington State. SGC has similar turnaround times, pretty quick. Within a week or two they were back, and that was I think a 60 card submission. And PSA is the longest. It took a couple of months actually, and it was only the subscription, so I think it was like 10 cards or something. Nothing huge, but the more cards, I think the longer it takes, and they're pretty backed up now. Also, PSA has a little thing with PWCC where they've been cutting cards and stuff like that, and I was watching a YouTube Phil's Pools on the he was talking about how now they're kind of overcompensating. So if they cut, they're kind of being a little bit more strict on the cards. So they're calling some some cards that have not been cut cards or altered cards. And he had a couple in one of his more recent videos that he knows weren't cut. So, and he explains why. You'll have to go check him out, Phil's Pools. But as far as price, and just absolutely no controversy. This has got a lot of controversy. These two are the cheapest. This being, and I mean, from what I can tell so far, they did a really good job on grading. They were kind of strict on some of them. I don't think needs to be as low, but we'll get into that in another video. But the slab and the price you can't beat. GMA, if that's all you're looking for is a slab, and you don't want to sell it. I don't know about the resale value of these, but I don't know why they would be any different. It's a third-party grading company. It's their opinion. It's just as if you sent it to PSA. PSA's opinion apparently matters more. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me, because third-party grading is supposed to be to take where the seller says it's a 10 and the buyer says it's an 8. So, you know, there's no argument. There's a third-party grading. That's the whole point of this, is to cut out that disagreement between the two. But now, so, you know, I don't understand why one grading company would get more or less, other than it costs more for PSA. But it's a ridiculous turnaround time. Ridiculous turnaround time, and there's a lot of controversy with PSA right now. I don't even want to buy a PSA card. Actually, I don't buy anything graded, because you can fake a graded card, you know, just as easy as you can fake a raw card. And if you send it to get graded and they send it back to you, I'd rather buy a raw card, because you can send it out to get graded, and then you know it's real, because they graded it and they slabbed it and they said it's authentic, and they gave it a grade. And if they didn't grade it and they said it was a fake card, now you know you have a third party verifying that you have a real card. So I don't buy anything but raw cards. I've bought one or two PSA slabbed cards, and that's it. And it was an old mantle or something like that. Topps Big or Topps Giant, 68, something like that. But got a decent deal on it, and I trusted the company I bought it from. So, but if if you don't mind, if you're holding onto a card, this is the way to go. $3 a card to get slab versus 20 without a subscription. This is ridiculous. This is outrageous to get $20 a card graded. I don't know why they charge so much when you can get the case is identical. As far as thickness and feel and durability, and I mean it's even a little bigger. You know, it's just a bit bigger. You know, so you get more for your buck, and it's just as durable. It stacks nicely with the. So they stack together real nice, and you know you can't beat that. $3 a card. So if you're looking for just a slab and for your collection, that's the way to go. If you're looking to sell, I guess go PSA, but I'm not gonna go back to PSA. This is a sharp looking case, very nicely done. I don't have any complaints about it. I looked through all of them. As far as grading, we'll get into that later, but I just wanted to compare the three, kind of make a little quick video. It's now 11 minutes long, but just to show that's a decent slab. That's actually, there's no difference between the other except for price. So GMA, I'll be slabbing a lot with GMA now because it's going to be a lot cheaper. The 116 cards with PSA, that's $2,000. With GSA SGC, that's what, $1,000. 117 cards, $1,100. So $2,200, $1,100, or what did I pay? $400 and something for this after shipping and everything. Right at $390, I think, after shipping, for 116 cards to be graded. Can't beat that. All right, well, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. We're going to get into some of the ones I got graded. Disappointed in some of the grades. Excited about others. Kind of expected most of them to be 9s or 10s, and they were, because I picked the best cards out of a bundle, you know, a bunch. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Leave some feedback. Let me know what you think. All right, bye.